Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing our bloody unicorn. Here is your horn. You can get that at Walmart. You need some latex, some blood, you're also going to need some foundation. I'm using the Wet n Wild porcelain, some powder, the whiter the better, paper towels, and scissors, and your wet sponge. So let's go ahead and get started. First, you're going to wash your face, then you need to prime it. I'm using the Perlice Matcha Green Tea Primer Moisturizer. You just want to put that all over your face, everywhere, because you're going to be putting a ton of makeup on. You're going to wait for that to dry down and become tacky before you start your foundation. So we're going to take our foundation and put it on. Not a fan of this little stick thing in there, but that is what we're using. You are going to put a tad bit more foundation on than you normally would. You want the white appearance, so here more is better. I am doing my first voiceover video. This is the very first one. So we're going to blend that all in, just like you would normal foundation, except you want it like 7 times wider than what you would normally use. You want the appearance of dead, the gray-white look. Do not forget to do your neck. If your costume does not come to your neck, do your shoulders also. So I needed a little bit more just to cover and make sure that it was as white and gray as I could get it. You press it in so that it stays the whole night. You want it really into your skin. Do make sure that your neck and your face match. You'll see I'll have to go in again under my neck and put more color. Alright, now that your foundation is done, make sure that it is somewhat dry. We're going to go into our powder and set our foundation. Like I said, I am using the Derma Blend Professional Loose Setting Powder in Translucent or Original. And you want to set everywhere that you put the foundation. I'm going to take the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and I'm going to use the black in there to do my eyebrows. Now I'm using just a flat angled eyebrow brush, eyeliner, eyebrow brush, whichever, to do my eyebrows. I am going to overextend them because we are doing a unicorn, and I don't think that their eyebrows and our eyebrows would be the same. But I have never seen a unicorn, so I could be wrong. You do want to make them a little bit bushier in the front. I left some room in the front for stray hairs just to stick up. This look is going to be a red and black look, so I did my eyebrows black. And their eyebrows, as always, they do not match. They never do. Just try to eyeball it and fix as you go along. Don't overthink your look. That's where most people get stuck. Just go with the flow, and in the end, 90% of the time it looks exactly like you wanted it to. Just don't get stuck somewhere overthinking what you're doing. Be creative and have fun with it. So there are my eyebrows at the moment. Coffee plays a major role in this. Next, I am going to take the ColourPop Main Squeeze palette. You do not have to have this palette to do this look. Any red eyeshadow will work. This is just the one I chose to use. I will be using the colors Like It's Hot and Home Slice. I will be starting with Like It's Hot. It is the lighter of the two reds. And we are going to start our eyeshadow. You want to leave this a little bit higher, not so much on the lid. We will be putting black there. You do want to drag your eyeshadow out along with your eyebrows. I also pulled mine up into the bend of my nose as you will see in a few seconds. Like I said, we're going to drag that outwards. Just tail it out. I will tell you on the other side, I did not get my eyebrow quite long enough. I did go back and fix it. You will see your mistakes once you're going through the look, and you can fix accordingly. Now I'm going to go into Home Slice and go over the top of that for a deeper red color. You're going to do the same on both eyes as far as the red. I do apologize for all of the dead time here. I'd never done a voiceover video, so I thought I would try it with this one. I do apologize for my undershirt and bra look there. It is a late at night video, so I did not get dressed up. I was sitting there in costume the whole time. Like I said, just continue to do the same thing that you did on the first eye, on the second eye, until they somewhat match in color, shape, distance on your eye that you did the other one. As you can see on this side, my eyebrow is not quite long as the other one. I will go back in and fix that in a little while. Go ahead and go up the side of your nose like you did on the other side, on both sides. As you can see, I just noticed my eyebrow is not as long. Go ahead and take that red color up underneath your lash line on both sides. And you can make this a lot bigger than you normally would for an everyday look. You want that pronounced color under there so you can see it. blend that out just a little. You don't want to blow it out to the colors up on your eyebrow. You do want the definition between your eyebrow and your eyeshadow. Now I'm going to take the Violet Voss Essentials palette. I'm going to use the black out of that palette. I'm going to continue to stay with the same brush. Now you're going to put the black on your lid and keep it very low on the lid. You don't want to see very much of the black when you open your eye looking straight ahead. I'm going to flare out the ends of that black to match the red. I took some of that black up the side of my nose, inside that red also. Do on both eyes, of course. You do want the black to be very black. You could use an eyeliner before your shadow and then set it with black shadow if you wanted to. I was just doing this look quickly to get it out so that others can use it if they need to or want to. But do make sure that your black is black, very black. Also, none of the palettes that I'm using do you have to have. Just the colors I'm using you can find in a palette that you have at home. No necessity to go out and buy a certain palette for that color. It's just a rough guess line of color you can use in any palette. Do take that black under your lower lash line also, but don't cover up the red. Now I'm going to take my blood sugar palette, or you can use the ColourPop palette. I'm going to start with the color Prick. And I'm going to take that and use it as a contour. Like I said, if you do not have this palette, any red color will do. I started with the balls of my cheeks and just went out. So I did not have to add a blush. I just used my contour as my blush and contour. And you're just going to blend it in. I'm going to go back into main squeeze. I'm going to use the home slice color because I felt that prick was too pink and I want the red theme. And this part does look crazy until you get it blended out and fixed the way you want it. And you just blend and blend and blend until you get the color that you're happy with. I think I went in a little heavy, but it was already there at that point. I did take my kabuki brush to try to blend it in better, which did help. Go ahead and take that red and contour your nose just to stay in effect with the face. I'm going to also contour around my forehead with that same red color. For this look, I will tell you, you're going to want your hair up. We're going to be working with latex. And while latex does come out, in your hair is not where you want it. Go ahead and do your jawline and your chin. Now I'm taking blood sugar and putting it on top of that black. It's a semi-sparkle red so that the black still comes through. I'm also putting it on my cheeks just to deepen up and bring my cheekbone out, or the illusion of bringing your cheekbone out. I also used it on my nose and my forehead, as you've seen. It's just a different shade of red. If all else fails, use your fingers. Fingers to blend is very good. That's how we used to do it anyway, so those are the best tools I can tell you to work with if nothing else is working for you. I'm taking the Nomad palette, the Berlin Underground. I'm using the gray in the top first row at the end. Techno I believe is what it is called. And I am just defining my cheekbones again. You want to bring those, the illusion of bringing those forward and out. And again, you're just going to blend back with the kabuki brush. I found this brush to be very helpful with blending this look out on my cheeks. And don't blend so much that you blend it away. You still want to see some of that color, but not the predominant straight line across your face. Going to go back in with my powder. I'm going to chisel out my contour on both sides just so that you keep that white cast and the color comes through. Taking this on both sides to do the same. Up and around just to take some of that blending that came out and turn it back to white. So up under your eyes, and you're going to want to do your chin also so that the same white color comes through all the way around. I did put it on my forehead. I will let you know that this is an unnecessary step now, since that is going to be covered up anyway. Okay, off camera, I did put a little of the blood sugar into my eyebrows to keep with the red and black theme. Now you're going to take your paper towels and you are going to shred them into smaller pieces to work with. Take your horn, go ahead and open it. Like I said, it's $2.98 at Walmart. It is glittery at the bottom. It does have a string. We're going to cut that off. At the bottom there are some sequins and all sewn in there. I'm taking the sequins off. You can do what you want. I just didn't think that that was going to go with my look, so I didn't want them. So I will cut all of that off. Make sure you pull all the strings out. You don't want strings just sticking around outside of that if you don't get them laid down. Then I'm going to cut part of that horn off because you don't need all of that excess. I will let you know that when I did my look, I squeezed my horn when I was ready to put it on my forehead and more or less suction cupped it there. If you do this, it will leave an imprint, so don't freak out when you take it off later. The glitter does come off. Line up where you want your horn to be. Up, down, straight out. I took a makeup wipe and wiped away where I want the horn to sit on my forehead. Make sure that it's clean, makeup free. The latex will not stick well if it's not to your skin. And just a disclaimer, if you are allergic to latex, do not try this look. Take your latex. I'm using one of the Halloween brushes that come in the makeup palettes, and put your latex on your forehead. Which, now that I think about it, you don't really need it in the middle. It doesn't really stick to anything, but here I am doing it anyway. Do make sure your hair is back, and go ahead and put your latex on the bottom of your horn to stick it to your head. Now you need to go ahead and take your latex, line it up around the horn so that it makes a good secure seal. Do watch out for your eyebrows also. Now we are going to give it time to dry. Now it is dried, we are going to take our paper towel and we are going to shred it in smaller pieces. It's going to be easier to work with. Go back into your latex. You're going to squeeze that around the bottom area of the horn. Go ahead and take your pieces of paper towel, put them on there. I like to roll mine up in different ways. You don't want it laid flat on there. You want to give an illusion of skin. Once we put makeup on it, cut it up some. You want it to look like it is torn and hanging. And yes, that horn will get in your way through this makeup look. It is longer than I thought it was going to be and got in my way a few times. So once you have your paper towel on there, you want to go back with the latex and put it all over. Get it all wet so that it dries and looks more like skin. I twist some of my paper towels before I stick it on there. And I usually go for 2 layers. I think that is plenty. It does take it a while to dry. After you get all of that done, do take your fingers and go ahead and smash it and squish it so that it all dries completely down. But it has been all saturated with the latex. There I am smashing that horn again. And now we are going to let that dry. Let it dry. And then we'll be back to finish that up. There's where I squeezed my horn to suction cup it to my head to help with drying and staying. This is just me flattening out all the excess latex. To make sure that it is secure to my forehead. Now we are going to let it dry. It does take a while. So, turn your fans on, take some time, watch some YouTube videos. I'm going to dust away that powder. Okay, now we're back and it is dried. Do your foundation first. You're going to cover up the paper towel, the bottom of the horn. I will tell you that sponge was not helpful. That brush was not helpful. I took a flat foundation brush to put the foundation on, and that was much more easier, although I keep smacking that horn. So you're going to cover all of that up. Okay, once you have your foundation all over your horn, we are going to take our powder and we are going to set the foundation in place. I am using that flat brush again. I found it very helpful. I use those brushes for masks, so I have plenty. Don't use a good brush. You will get latex on your brush. Now we are going to powder off all that excess powder. We are going to take our scissors and we are going to cut into the paper towels. There's no right way to do this. Just little incisions to get makeup in. You want parts hanging, pull some parts out. You're going to make it look like mimicked skin. So the more cuts you have, you're going to take that and fill it in with a black eyeshadow. As you can see, the camera stopped recording. You are going to take that black eyeshadow and fill in around the horn, up the horn, and you're going to bring it out. I do recommend staying with your eyeshadow brush. This brush I started to use left fallout on my face, as you can see. So I do not recommend using that unless your look will not be affected by fallout. So I did go back to my regular eyeshadow brush. Now this is just to make shadows to look like bruising, bruising of the skin from the skin being open from the horn. So the black, and we're going to use some reds and some purple. But most of this look along the horn will be covered up with blood. But don't go right in and not do the steps of the eyeshadow, because your blood will not look as realistic. Don't forget to do the bottom of the horn. You do need to incorporate the horn also when doing this look, or the makeup for this look. So the black all the way around is your first color. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Color change for your colors, and also to help get any latex off your brush. Back into the red coloring. I'm using the Home Slice and Like It's Hot. I'm mixing those two colors to also go on there. You do want to extend it further than just the horn to show the bruising effect. You are going to bring it down your nose. Again, do incorporate the makeup onto the horn itself. Now I'm going back into the purple out of the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Like I said, any purple will do. I will let you know that if you're wearing a wig, the top of your horn, you don't necessarily have to mess with because it should not show. I did not wear my wig while doing this look. It was just too hot. So I took my Jeffree Star Poinsettia lipstick and put it in my waterline. For my eyeliner, any red eyeliner will work, or even black. I also added a white and red contact, as you can see. Mascara, I'm using the It Cosmetics Superhero Elastic Mascara. Any mascara will work. The contacts I have in are very inexpensive. You can find them online on eBay, Amazon, any Halloween contact store. So mascara is on. I am reapplying that eyeliner or lipstick that I am using for an eyeliner with a very pointy eyeliner pencil brush. I'm using the Jeffree Star eyeliner brush. You can use any brush, just so that it has a very small tip to get your waterline. I did not put it on the top tight line in it. Once I had it on the bottom, I just squeezed my eyes together so it would disperse to the top also. I'm going to be using the Real Her I Am Adaptable lipstick for my lips. You can use any color of red lipstick that you have. This was just a new lipstick, so, and the red matte that I wanted, so that is what I went with. But any red lipstick will do. Preferably matte. You don't want the shininess of your lips to take away from the look, so I suggest a matte lipstick. I am using a lip liner just because I do. If you don't like lip liners or don't use them, it's not very necessary. I just like the look of lipstick with a lip liner. I feel it keeps your lipstick from bleeding. And on Halloween looks, you want your look to stay. So lip liner on. Go ahead and apply your red lipstick. I did like this lipstick. I will tell you that it stays. I had to use a cleansing balm to get it off. But for this look, it was great. And this lipstick does dry down very quickly, which with this look was very helpful. And it is very matte. Always make sure it's not on your teeth. Now I'm going back into the Essential palette, into the black, and I'm going to put that right in between the opening of my lips on the bottom and on the top. You do not have to do this step if you do not want to. I just thought it would look neat, so I did it. I imagine you could also wear a black lipstick with this look if you wanted. Now that our face is done, we can go back to working on our horn. I did put gloss on it, just a teeny bit. Like I said, it does dry down very matte. It does feel like it takes all the moisture out of your lips. So I did put a slight bit of gloss on. But you don't want it so shiny that it takes away from the rest of the look. I'm going to take my blood scab, which I prefer using. I feel like this is more realistic looking, and it doesn't dry down like the tubey blood that cracks and peels once it dries. This is a very sticky, wet product, and it's going to stay that way for hours. And you're just going to take it and go ahead and go around your horn, as you can see. do protect your clothes in this process. It does drip. It will get on you. It will come out of your clothes. But I had my outfit on while doing this look, so it dripped everywhere. Or just put something down so that you can catch the dripping. We are going to make it wet to the point that it drips down our face. So do protect your clothing. Like I said, do go up the horn. Don't forget about the horn. This is me wiping it off my clothes. Now I'm going to take excess product and just slather it on there so that it does start the dripping action that I want it to do. And in this, you are just going to let gravity work. It will eventually start dripping, and that is what you want. But let gravity do it. It will look more realistic if you do it that way. And if it's not going quick enough, you can always add more product. Give it a little shake and it will fall. But gravity will work with you on this part. If it does fall into your eyelashes, like it did mine, you can gently just wipe it off. When you're done with how much you want it to fall on your face, simply just blend out the product so that it stops dripping. I went ahead and added some to the horn, as you can see. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Again, wiping off my clothing. I'm going to take that blood to the end of my eyes on each side and make a drip down my face, close to my eye. Just blend that out when you're ready for it to stop dripping on you. just drag your brush down, not so hard that you pull your makeup free, and not so hard that it looks like you brushed it on there. You want it to be very realistic looking. I'm also going to take it around my mouth. The more product you put on there, the more it will drip on its own. And like I said, let gravity work with you. I went ahead and added some blood to my neck, since that part of my outfit does not cover my neck. I still wanted some kind of blood work done on it, so it wasn't just white in color with nothing else to it. Doesn't seem realistic to be like that, so do add some kind of blood to underneath your neck also. And down there, it doesn't really have to be the drips. I finger blended mine. There is no right way or wrong way to do this part. Just go with what you think it should look like. This look is all about your creativity and what you want the end result to look like. And don't overthink it. I added a little blood mark to the side of my cheeks on both sides. Alright guys, so the finished product is almost done. I do appreciate you taking the time to stop by and watch it. As always, please do like, share, and subscribe. It does help our channel. Again, I do greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you recreate this look, do tag me so that I can see it. I would love for somebody to try this. You can pull your blood out. It doesn't really matter how far. Do go down your nose. But there is my look. I'm going to pause this and throw my wig on and come back and show you my final look. This is a very messy look. Do have plenty of paper towels or makeup wipes. You will definitely need them. Again, with wiping off my clothes. Okay, here we go. And this is my final look. I think it came out really well. I do have the spray on blood, which did not really seem to show up when I used it. So that is a matter of preference. I will let you know that I got it all over my Jeffree Star blood sugar case and had to wash that off. But the spray on blood is up to you. So here's my look. Thank you for joining. I had a very good time doing this. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you try it, do let me know. And as always, until next time, you stay beautiful. Bye.